for giving this wonderful opportunity to discuss his wonderful words of life. So, by God's grace, we're gathered again to study his wonderful volumes, which are written by his chosen seventh angel, our dear brother, brother Charles Taze Russell. So, I think last time when we gathered, we were discussing about so many things about this new creation that is mentioned to us in this chapter 2. So, we have covered from page number 59 to page number 62, where we have seen how there are different forms of creations of God. So each and every creation which is created, it is really satisfied in his own nature, and it really tends to be satisfied even in that nature, and never tries to change, never tries to desire a change of nature. So till there, we had studied where we are also covered about various different types of creation, varieties among the same types of creation. Like for flowers, if you take rose, if you take the different types of roses that are created. Why is it that God has created different types of roses? Not that he is dissatisfied with a rose of white color, that he created red rose. So he wanted varieties of creation. That shows, you see, the God's beautiful character that are expressed in love. You see, joy and hope and all those things. So now we will begin from page number 62, paragraph 1. Can somebody read? Will read. Go, okay.
From this standpoint, we perceive that, however many creations God shall bring forth, there will be no room for jealousies between them, because each being perfect in its own plane and sphere will be satisfied to the full with its own condition, and will really prefer that to any other. Just as a fish is better satisfied to be a fish than to be a bird, and vice versa. The bird is the best satisfied with its nature. So mankind, when restored to human perfection under Edenic conditions, will be absolutely satisfied with those conditions, so that they will not covet to be angels of any grade or station, nor will they covet the highest nature of all granted to the new creation, namely the divine nature. 2 Peter 1 verse 4. Neither will the angels covet the natures and conditions of the cherubims and seraphim or man, not yet of the divine nature. All will ultimately understand that the divine nature is the highest of all, that it has qualities and conditions which outrank those of all other natures. Yet, under the divine arrangement, each nature will be so thoroughly in accord with its own conditions and environments and perfection that each will have satisfaction in his own state.
Thank you, brother. So there, if you see, here brother mentions about the various types of creation which God has created. And each and every creation is satisfied in its own nature. Like, for example, if you take a fish, fish is really satisfied to be inside the water and never tries to come outside of the water and tries to be a bird. Even the bird also, it is satisfied in its own nature, never tries to be like, oh, if I would have been good, if I would have been a lion or a tiger. So, change of nature of any creation of God, you see, that is not there in any of the creations of God we can see. And each and every creation is totally satisfied in its own nature. But today we see that that is not the case in the you see in the case of human beings. Human beings are the only one who tend to seek a change of nature. Like for example, see, God has created us to be perfect. You see, human beings, but after the fall, mankind fell into the stage of sin and death. So we are all sinners in the condition and the plane of death. But yet, all human beings, they desire the change of nature. That means they desire to be uh, in a better condition than this condition. And that better condition, you see, they seek is that they think that that condition is heaven. And hence, each and every human being, they desire to be in the heavenly part. You go and ask this question to each and everybody, any human being, everybody will tell the same answer. You just ask them, what do you want to be after your death? Where do you think you will go after death? The only answer they'll give is that, after that, we will go to heaven. We will be with God. You see, there will be no problem. You see, no sorrow. There will be always happiness. Always will be happy with God. That is the answer each and every person gives in this world. You may take it from any religion. You see, not only Christianity, you take it from Hindus, Islam, Buddhists, Jains, each and every person will tell the same thing. Then you ask, then who will go to hell? They'll tell the opposite person who are opposite to them, only they will go to hell. You see, each and every person believes that they go to heaven. So why? Why the desire is there? Why the change of nature is there? The reason for that one is that, you see, man is not satisfied in this sinful fallen condition. There is one verse in Romans. mm, Let us see that Romans 8 chapter. Uh, mm, Romans 8 21 and 22. Sorry, 8 19. Anybody can read?
Romans 8, verse 19.
Mm.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestations of the sons of God. And what is this one? You see, the what is this earnest expectation of the creature? Now you read the same verse, you see, by changing that word creature to world. You see, instead of creature, you put that word as world. You see, this full whole world of mankind. And read with that. Please read with that now.
For the earnest expectation of the world waited for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Now you got a meaning. You see, the whole world, you see, is waiting for the manifestations of the sons of God. That's what this verse means. Now, how does the world know that there are sons of God and they have to be glorified? You see, the world doesn't know about us at all. Correct now? Read First John 3 2. Uh, Gopal brother. Not Gopal brother. What do you mean? Amar brother. Sorry. First John 3 2. Can you read brother? Okay. Joel brother. First John 3 2.
Okay, brother. First John 3:2. Beloved, now we are the Son of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
As he is. Now read verse 1 brother.
Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the Son of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not,
Ah.
because it knew
Hmm.
him not.
Not. See, the world knoweth us not. You see, the world doesn't know about the sons of God. But yet, why in the book of Romans, 8 chapter, 19th verse, Apostle Paul says that the world is waiting for the sons of God, that they may be glorified, that they make their calling election sure. Why? When the world doesn't know about this little flock, the sons of God, then how they are waiting? You see, what is the meaning of this verse? You see, there, if you carefully read that verse again, there's an important word mentioned in Romans 8:19. Let us read that verse again, brother. Romans 8:19, brother. Please, can somebody read again? After reading in English, can somebody read it in Nepali also?
For the earnest expectation of the Creator waited for the manifestation of the sons of God.
It doesn't say the world is waiting for the like and 44,000. It says the expectation of the world is waiting for it. Please, can somebody read it in Nepali, brother? Slowly, somebody.
Okay, brother.
Romans 8:19, sister.
किनकि सृष्टिको उत्कट आशाले पनि परमेश्वरका पुत्रहरूको प्रकट भएलाई पर्खिरहेको छ.
Read again loudly. Little, the voice is a little bit low. Somebody else can read it in Nepali, a little bit louder. Sustika.
किनकि सृष्टिको उत्कट आशाले पनि
What does
परमेश्वरका
the word mean? Utpat. What does the word mean? In Nepali, what is the meaning of that word?
उत्कट आशा is
That means some desire, some ase.
desire.
Correct now?
Yes.
So that is waiting for the glorification of the church. That desire, you see, that asha you call, no? You see, something good. You see, that desire is there in each and every person. That is waiting for what? For what to happen? For the 144,000 to get complete. Why? Because once the 144,000 is complete, immediately God will pour the blessings upon the whole world of mankind. All the dead will come back to life. They will get all the eternal blessings that's mentioned about 1,000 years. That is what this verse mentions. Now, what is the desire? You see, what is that asha? What is that one? You see, everybody wants to live happily in this world. Correct, no? You take anybody. You see, any human being you take, everybody wants to live happily. You see, nobody is ready to suffer. You see, nobody is ready to sacrifice. You see, everybody wants to have their own life, you see, peacefully, happily, jolly life. Everybody wants to that one only. Hence, if you see the political leaders, once they come to power, they make huge lot of money. You see, they make so much of money, they make huge buildings, properties in their name. You see, why the selfishness? Why the so much of greediness? You see, to take and make lot of money because they want to live happily. The only way of happiness they know is that money. By spending money, they can live luxuriously happily. You see, now come to the rich people. Rich people also, they do a lot of business. They earn lot of money. They make lot of property. Some people, they'll be having 10, 15 buildings. You see, so much of rent will be coming every month. No need for them to work at all. You go and ask them, are you satisfied? They'll tell, no, no, I need to make one more, two, three buildings for my grandsons. You see, to make all this project, I and our generation to generation, they can only sit and eat. Why this, you see, greediness, dear brethren, that is the desire, you see, of each and every human being to live happily in this world. You see, this is the desire which God has kept in human beings. Read Genesis 1:26 to 28. Somebody, not somebody, read Munna sister, read Genesis 1:26 to 28.
Genesis
first chapter, 26 to 28.
And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
You see?
So God created.
What did God say? Let them have dominion over all the things that are created on the earth. So man's desire is that he want to control all these things. You see, let them have a pet dog in their house, they want to control it. Let them have a cow, bullock, sheep, even a hen, a cock. They want to control it. You see, that is the desire which God has kept in Father Adam. Let them have dominion over this earth. Man conquers the earth. You see, demolishes huge mountains, constructs huge buildings, dominion. You see, over the earth, controls all the human, you see, animals, all the creatures. Then continue, sister. Verse 27 and 28.
So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
Underline over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Replenish, multiply, you see, fill the earth. You see, hence, now at least some generation has come, come down, population. But earlier and all, each and every family member, how many members used to be there? 10 people, 12 people. My grandfather, he is having 11 children. You see, my father had 5 children, but luckily we 3 only survived. See, that was the generation before. You see, just think about many, many, many thousands of years before. You see, man had a desire to live happily, comfortably. You see, that's what each and every human being is having. Now, this desire, is it being fulfilled today? No. Why it is not being fulfilled? Because everywhere there is sin, curse, and death, pain. You see, lot of diseases. You see, so hence, whenever there is a sickness or a disease, man becomes very dull. He becomes very sad because this desire which God has kept in him, you see, always expects to be happily. Now, this is what is totally opposite against, you see, what God has planned. So, this desire, if this fulfillment in man's heart, that we want to live happily, has to be fulfilled, how it will be fulfilled? Only in God's kingdom. Let thy kingdom come, let thy will be done on earth, even as it is done in heaven. In heaven, there is no sorrow, no pain, no sickness. Hence, you see, the mankind thinks that there's only one other way to escape all these things. There's only one other way where our expectations, our desire to live happily and jolly life will be fulfilled. And how is that way? That is by going to heaven. Hence, you go and ask a Islam person, he will tell, what will you do? Or what will happen to you after death? He tells, after death, I will go to Allah. You see, and there will be many, many virgins that will be given to us. We will live, we will marry and live happily. That's what they believe. You go and ask to any Hindus, they tell, we go to Vaikunta. You see, we are going to attain, you see, eternal salvation. You see, Sadgati. That's what they believe. They will be living for happily forever and ever. That's what, when they marry, not, let her be my wife for 7 generations, 7 janmas. You see? So, That is the desire, dear brethren. Therefore, it is only human beings who expect this change of nature. You see, you go and ask any Christians what they're going to do in heaven. Nobody knows what they're going to do in heaven. They only know that there's going to be a road, golden road. All trees will be there. All fruits will be growing. Each and every tree will be having all types of fruits. Every month, different fruits will come. We'll just keep on plucking. We keep on eating. This is what they're going to do in heaven. Nobody knows it. Why? They don't want to know it also. Because they want to be happy. You see, dear brethren, apart from human beings, today, none of the creation of God are expecting a change of nature. You see, we have the examples, no? Even angels, did they expect a change of nature? Were they happy with it? No. Cherubim, seraphians, you see, archangel, they're all satisfied in their own state. You see, it is only the human beings. Therefore, this paragraph tells that satisfaction of each and every creation in its own stage. Now, based on this point, you see, but the Russell tells now why there is a change of nature God is going to give to the little flock. Now, let us read the other paragraph. So, who is going to read the other paragraph? It's quite lengthy. Who is going to read? Joel brother, Muna sister.
When Jehovah God purposed the new creation, partakers of the divine nature, 2 Peter 1:4, partakers of his own glory, honor, and immortality, Romans 2:7, he determined that none could be created to so high a station and then be given a trial, but that, on the contrary, whoever should be constituted members of his new creation must have their trial first and must prove their loyalty to their Creator and to the principles of his righteous government most absolutely before they could be exalted to this high estate, to this new creation of the divine nature. We have just seen how man's trial and testing as to worthiness of life internal has been arranged for. The original human perfection in which he was created, his fall, his redemption, and the recovery and restitution of all of his race found worthy. We have just seen, too, that the angels were created in the holiness and perfection of their nature, and were subsequently tried and tested, but it is evident that a similar procedure in connection with the new creatures of the divine nature, namely their creation to the perfection of this nature and their subsequent trial, would not do would not do. Why? Because a most important element of the divine nature is immortality, and when we come to understand that this word signifies a death-proof condition, we can readily see that to have created any beings on the divine plane, immortal, death proof, and then subsequently to have tried, tested them, would have meant that had any failed to come up to the required standard of absolute loyalty to God, they would have been immortal transgressors who could not have been destroyed and whose continued existence throughout eternity as transgressors, as sinners, would have been so many blemishes, so many blots upon the fair creation of the universe, as God intends it eventually shall be. We perceive then the deep wisdom of the plan which God has adopted in respect to this most highly favored class of all his creatures, in testing them severely, crucially, while still they are mortals, members of another creation of divine nature.
Very good, sir. Thank you. See, here it tells why God is testing the church and then giving them the divine nature. Okay. Now, before going to this point, let me ask you one question. What is the specialty of the divine nature? We all know about different levels of creation. We studied in the three-way class. There is life on, you see, uh, a plant and tree level. Above that one, there is a life for animals also. Above that one, there is life for human beings. Above that one, there is life for angels. Above that, there is a life for archangels. Above that one, and the supreme of all, is the life of the God Himself. So there is a life. All the lives are there. Now, God is the only one who is having the divine nature. Rest all creations, none of them have the divine nature. Now, you tell me, what is the difference between the nature which God is having, the divine nature, and the nature which the angels are having? What is the difference? Who will tell? Joel, brother, do you have any idea? What is the difference between angels and God when concerning to life?
God, God is never die. He is everlasting, everlasting.
Very good. What about
And
angel?
angels, but angels are die.
Very good. So there's death for the angels. For God, there is no death at all. Good. Now, that no death, that word is called as immortality in English. Okay, immortality. That nature is called as divine nature. Now, we are in human nature. God is in divine nature. Okay. Now, what is the price that God has promised us? God has promised us to be like angels, or as He promised us to be in the divine nature. Who will answer the question? Romy sister, Amar brother, tell me, what is the price which God is going to give the little flock? Is it the...
Divine nature.
Tell me.
Divine nature.
Very good. Very good. You see? So the 144,000 are running for the divine nature. Okay. Now, what is the specialty of the divine nature? No death. You see? Even if you want to die, you can't die. You see? That is the specialty of nature. Okay. Now, let us think. You see, why God first put a trial for the new creature and then decided if they pass, I'll give them the divine nature. Why? You see, now we are under test, correct? Now, from the day of consecration till our death, it is a day of trial. We are tested daily, we are being tested. So, after our death only, if we are faithful, God will give us the divine nature, correct? Now, why did God do like this first? Why God is first testing us, then giving us the prize? Who will answer? I'll tell you, Romister, tell me.
For the experiences.
Good. For the experiences. Then, any other reason? Amar brother, how about you? Any guess? Any thoughts?
No idea, brother.
Tell brother. You're telling something. Okay. Okay. Joel brother, how about you? What do you think? Why God is first testing us? And then giving the prize. Tell me. Okay, let me give you a clue also. So you take guitar classes, correct now, brother? You take music classes, correct?
Yes, brother.
Okay, now will you give certificate to any person who just joins the class without even testing him?
No, brother.
Oh, very good. So why do you put a test for him? So why do you test and then give a certificate? Why?
Because how he learn.
Yes. How he's going to learn, how he's going to perform, whether he's doing it correctly or not. Correct now? So all the standards you'll gauge, generally give the prize. Correct now?
Yes, brother.
Yes, it is the same way. You see, God, before giving the prize to us, He wants to test us. He wants to see if we will remain faithful to God or not. You see, so why God wants to test us? You see, He can first give the prize, then test. No, no, why? Why is He not doing it? Example, you see, God created Adam on earthly nature, then gave him the test. Correct, now? First gave him the prize, then tested Adam whether he would remain faithful to God or not. The same way, why did not God do to 1,44,000 little flock? Tell me why. Munaster, any idea? Why did not God first create them on a divine nature, give them immortality, and then test? Any thoughts? Munaster?
Yes, brother.
Okay. Any idea, Esther? Did you get my question?
Oh, yes, brother.
Okay. Any thoughts
But
you have?
I don't have any. I don't have exact thoughts, brother.
Okay, good. Okay, Gopal brother, how about you? What do you think?
Mm, If they are already given the prize, then they may not perform the work, brother.
Yes, very good. You see, like for example, you see somebody who's studying science, can he be given a doctor certificate? And can we make him a doctor without him studying and proving that he is a capable doctor? Definitely not. Why? You see, simply can't we give certificate to everybody and make everybody a doctor? No, it's not possible. Why? Because if that is given very lightly without even testing, if that certificate is given, what will happen? You see, when he operates somebody, when he treats somebody, you see, the patient may die. You see, it is a matter of life and death. Hence, until they are proved, that certificate cannot be given at all. Similarly, this divine nature, you see, the speciality of the divine nature is immortality. That means no chance to die at all. Even if you want to die, you can't die. You see? And imagine if God has created the 1,44,000 on the divine nature, where there is no death at all, and then God puts them to trial to see if they are faithful to God or not. Imagine if they fail in the test, if they are proven to be disobedient, then what will happen? Huh? He will become a sinner. Now, what type of sinner will he be? Can God destroy that sinner? Tell me, can God destroy that immortal sinner? He's an immortal sinner who is on a divine nature. Can God kill him? Can God destroy him?
No.
No.
No. You see, that is the reason God decided first test, then prize. You see, there are examples. Lucifer, he was given the opportunity. He was next to Jesus. All power was given to him. Mankind was created. He was along with, you see, Jesus. You see, all the creations were done. You see, he was with God for more than 42,000 years, as per our knowledge. But probably it might be beyond that one, Anglo. You see, we don't know. So many thousands of years he has been with God. But just one small, simple test to remain humble. You see, to go and be a servant. He could not do that one. He could not obey God in the small, minute matter, which was a very, very small thing when compared to the blessings which God had given to him. You see, so what happened? He proved that he will be remaining unfaithful. He became a sinner against God. You see, and just because of one sinner today, how many sufferings in this world? 6,000 years, how much mankind has been suffered. All the problems in this world, it is just because of one sin of an angel. Remember, not a divine nature. One small sin of an angel. Imagine, for this one itself, 6,000 years, God had to make a plan. Give out his only son, such a loving son, such a obedient son. You see, therefore, God saw all these things. Oh, if the first prize is given, then if they are tested, if they fail, they will be an immortal transgressor. That's what our brother mentions in this volume, in this paragraph. They will be a, you see, immortal sinner. You see, not that God can't destroy, but God doesn't destroy. You know why? There are two things that God cannot do in this Bible. It is written in the Bible. Tell me, which are the two things that God cannot do? He won't do also. Which are two things? Anybody, any guess?
He can't lie.
Very good. Other brother? Which one? He can't lie. Second one, he can't break a promise. You see, it comes in Psalms 89. Two things God cannot do. He will never do it. If God has told, I'll give you immortality, means he will give and he will never take. Remember, that is the reason God took an oath upon himself, Abraham. What did he say? I will definitely bless, means what? I will definitely do it. Don't have a doubt at all. Similarly, dear brethren, when God gives a promise, he'll never break it. Even if you are a sinner, even if you become a sinner, God, if he has power to destroy it, he won't destroy it. But yet, God knew there are four characters for God: love, justice, wisdom, power. You see, wisdom, super, God, beautiful plan God had made. God gave divine nature. Oh, super. Love. Oh, let them be like me. They are my sons. Let them be like me. God decided to give divine nature. But what did justice say? No, 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 no. We can't give the prize without being tested. First testing has to be done. Then prize has to be given. Dear brethren, that is the reason lot of trials in our life. Imagine, lot of pressure in our life, lot of disturbance in our life. You see, in the early church, you know how the people used to suffer? They used to suffer physically. They used to come and beat them, whip them, you see, kill them, pluck out their eyes, pluck out their skin, torture their family members. So physical sufferings were more. They used to stone them. You see, But for us, there is no physical suffering, all mental. You see, all the sufferings, what we are supposed to suffer physically, all this will be running in our thoughts, in our minds. Anger will come, jealousy will come, cruelty, greediness, selfishness, all these things will come outwardly and nothing will happen. Everything is going on in the mind. Who is seeing this mind? God. God is seeing our mind. Somebody read John 2nd chapter, last two verses, Gospel of John. Gospel of John, last two chapters. Somebody please.
Gospel of
Yeah.
John 2nd
Yeah.
chapter, verse 24 and 25, brother.
Read, brother.
But Jesus did not commit himself unto them, because he knew all men, and needed not that any should testify of man, for he knew what was in man.
What was in man? Underline, what was in man means what? How many kidneys are there? How many livers are there? How much stomach is there? That's what. What was in man is what? It is speaking about his thoughts. Each and every thoughts of human beings is read by whom? God. So God decided first, before giving the prize, they have to be clean. They have to be pure. How? Where? When? In their what? In their thoughts. First is that the cleansing should happen where? In our thoughts. You see, why thoughts important? Why thoughts are important? Remember the tabernacle? You see, we are studying the tabernacle subject now. First court was there, next holy, next most holy. Correct? Now where are we? We are in the court, or in the holy, or in the most holy. Where are we now? Tell me, where are we now? Gopal brother, Joel brother, Munaster, Romister, Amar brother, tell me, where are we? Are we in the court, or are we in the holy, or are we in the most holy?
Holy, brother.
Holy, okay. Romister, what about you?
Court, Father.
Court, okay, good. Amar brother, where are we?
I think court.
Court, okay. Joel brother, how about you?
Holy brother.
Okay. Munaster, how about you?
Holy brother.
Very good. See, court is the place where the priest Levi used to wash the hands. The priest also used to wash the hands. But after sacrificing, the priest used to come to the holy place where the first veil was open. They used to go inside. The candlestick was there. The bread was there. And the incense altar was there. So we are now actually in the holy place. Earlier, we were in the court before consecration. Okay? We were washing our hands, you see, cleansing ourselves with all filthiness, some sort of sinful habits and all we were clearing. But after consecration, after baptism, we are brought inside. Now, what is there inside? Inside is a full golden walls. Remember, see, whichever direction you see, there is golden walls. There's a beautiful light in it. What is the light? It's not the sunlight, a much lighter light, but at a grander light. That is the light of the candlestick. Imagine the light falling on a golden wall. How glittering it will be. You see how glorious it will be. That is the experience of the Holy Spirit which God is giving us after consecration. Our eyes are being opened. You see, you're almost 1 year old now. You know, but just think 1 year before how you were. Now 1 year after, at least I think there must be some little bit changes in you. Can you feel the difference in your understanding the Bible? I'm sure you will have that experience. The past experience, the now experience. There are light changes. Why? Because the candlestick light is there, the Holy Spirit is there. Because of that reason, you're able to understand the scriptures and you're sacrificing little bit things to God. Okay. Now, when will you go to most holy? When can we go to most holy? Can we now only go to most holy?
No, after that, brother.
After death. Remember, high priest used to go to the most holy how many times in a year? How many times?
Once in a year.
Very good. Once in a year. And how he should be? He should be very pure in his thoughts. Small bad thought, small, even a minute bad thought, you will die immediately. Hence, what they used to do? They used to tie a rope for the high priest and send him. If he doesn't come back, that means he's dead. He used to pull the dead body. So, we are going to where? The most holy. Before going to the most holy, how our thoughts should be? How should our thoughts be? Huh? Pure, very clean, no entertainment of evil thoughts in our mind. All the fighting, whatever we have to do it now only and fight it, you see, and overcome it. Read Ephesians 5:27. Ephesians 5:27. Somebody please.
That he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
How is the church? Christ wants us to present us before the Father. How? Huh? Without wrinkle, without spot. You know what I mean by wrinkle? If you are getting ready for the marriage, how will you get ready as a bride or bridegroom? Our iron will be so sharp. The stretches will be so beautiful. No wrinkles, no spot. One small spot comes with what? We'll immediately wash it. Oh, the wedding garment has become blemished. Christ is preparing such a church now. Therefore, testings are now in where? Not in our actions, in our mind. Christ is cleansing our mind. Then reactions. If our actions are not proper, what is the problem? Where is the problem? The problem is in the heart. What does Solomon say? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Out of the abundance of the heart, mouth speaketh. You see? Therefore, dear brethren, our testing is now before we go behind the veil. Now read Hebrews 4 chapter, 16th verse. Hebrews 4:16. Somebody.
16.
Yeah.
Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
Read in Nepali 4:16. Anybody can read.
4:16. यस कारण हामी साहससँग अनुग्रहको सिंहासन नजिक आऊ कि हामी दया पाऊँ र
Singhasan
खाँचो पर्दा
Nazdik Aaye. Correct. Correct. Now, Singhasan Nazdik Aaye. Correct. Singhasan means what? What is this one? Throne. There's a Singhasan. In Nepali, what do you call that You see, that what do you say? Mercy seat. What do you call that Ark of the Covenant? In the Most Holy, Ashish brother, what do they call, brother? In the Most Holy, there used to be a mercy seat upon the Ark of the Covenant. What do you call in Nepali?
You need to check, brother. Please wait for a while.
Krupasan?
Kripasan.
brother.
Correct, na?
Kripasan.
See, awesome. That's what they mentioned. Actually, Hebrews 4:16 is telling about that asan, Krupasan. You see, what does the Bible say? Let us come boldly. Don't fear. That high priest used to fear. He had to fear because he would die. But for us, God tells, come boldly. I am there for you. I will help you. I will help you to overcome. Then how boldly we should go. And how boldly we should keep the trust of God. How boldly we should remain faithful to Him. How boldly should we fight this one? How boldly should we face this test before receiving the crown? Because tomorrow, after getting the crown, if we commit any small mistake, it will be a very bad name to our God. You see, therefore, it is a testing now itself. Okay, so we'll stop this volume study here now. We'll continue next week.